Thanks be to the Emperor, you are alive, your lordship. We are most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. Before anything else, I will hear an account of what happened to the system's sun. What is the current situation on board? Why did you not send the shuttle? What is happening with the planet? Do we have any hope of retaking the planet? I fear that Rykard Minoris is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave the system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy, and who are worthy of a rescue. Besides the small number of our own shuttles, we also have the shuttles salvaged from the starport. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with the reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up into the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all our efforts on saving those people who at this moment look to the heavens in hope of salvation. The lives of peasants are too little of value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the electro priests who guard and tend to it. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rykard Minoris. The von Valencius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so, lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. Why not? The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge toward death, the finale of the cult of the final dawn. Once witnessed a similar event, a world that had surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bound down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly given over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electro Priest's monastery. If we blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death, and we will save Rykard Minoris from becoming an outpost of the archenemy. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it even from orbit. As do I see that the storm is already upon us. With every moment that we waste, it grows ever more difficult and perilous to steer the ship through warp's turbulent currents. I'm with the lady on this. Okay. Well, we want as many dogmatic points as we want, so let's see. Set an optimal course and carry out an orbital strike on the Electro Priest Monastery. Rykard Minoris must fall. So we don't save anyone. We could ask, though. The nobles you rescued at the starport have given the coordinates of shelters where we can find surviving aristocrats and their families. As for Sergeant Melgar's troops, they will help to control the crowds of frightened commoners and prevent the shuttles from being overloaded. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles from the starport we can now use. So, if I choose this... What did I save? Did I save? Okay, we have an autosave, at least. If I choose to save anyone, will it lock me out of the dogmatic choice, or... I'll go with the nobles first. Any delay caused by loading and transporting to the ship will cost us precious time. Do not deceive yourself, Magnus. If you indulge your vanity, you will doom billions. Really? Alright, well. 15. Yes, your lordship, Captain. I will immediately inform the navigation and artillery decks of the impeding maneuver. The right choice, Lord Captain. May the sacred exterminatus cleanse the veil of corruption. Okay. The bridge is in upheaval. The technomat's prayers mix together in a senseless cacophony, while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred uniqueness from the warp engine's components. In the middle of all this tumult stands Pascal with a data slate clutched in his hands, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. You are right, this is my temple. Tech comrades, heed my instruction. The mayhem immediately subsides, and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omnissiah's servants start working in a sync, and the Benheric Claymore becomes a symphony of reports, which the Magus coordinates like a skillful conductor. Admirably done. Do not ever act like the spineless greenhorn. Now make this rebellious lump of metal take us out of here. Okay. Your Lordship, I will not tolerate such disrespectful behavior toward the machine spirits in my sanctum, no matter how dire the circumstances may be. Prayers of the tech priest surrounding the cogitator almost drown out the sounds of the bustling birds behind you. Pascal, poring intently over the data slate in his hands, extends a Macandon right toward you. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. Okay, let's do that. The huge machine in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. The blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the screen on the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnissiah's creation. Among the numerous controls you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same as at the gate of the warrant chamber. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the increased instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. What the fuck is going on? Senior technomats recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol Omnissiah Rejoice. I must inform you that for the purpose of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant and updating of its datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypts. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure, a minor deviation from the rate of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. I don't know what's going on. Can't you all do this without me? That would be nice, but I'm pretty sure they can't, right? Alright, what must we do? Place your hand inside the throat of the cogitator guardian, the cyber gargoyle which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it, we will offer a prayer so that we may bypass the protective protocol for defective connections and launch the warp sextant. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this trial I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and we may receive his blessing. Okay. Gesture at the vidscreen. What does this all mean? Reach out to the key. By my authority, I revoke the invaluability protocol of the warp engine. Does this work? Guess. Servants of the Omnissiah make now the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with their true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemn, okay, I'll skip this word. The acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine, one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred eugenets, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy sensors, foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and from the loss of the blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you. And the world swims before your eyes. Let the mechanism awaken in renewed purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head, watching the vid screen. Suddenly he stops dead. No. His fingers fly over the command runes, entering command after command. His mechandroids, clicking their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screens fill with strings of symbols completely incomprehensible to you, but clearly conveying something to the magus. Is everything alright? After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The second bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah servants break off from their prayers, and someone bursts into a frantic pleading. This is going to shit. The massive errors in the warp sextant's calculations is destroying the data receptories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol or an emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. The tech priest bends over the cogitator, but something in his pose and movements reveals his desperation. While the other vid screens are filled with more and more strings of symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and its static image changes. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information on the screen. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Machine spirit, can you hear me? The cogitator service creaks quietly in its joints, a sound that is drowned out by the Benhar hymns and the tappings of the command runes. Machine spirit, this is the Lord Captain of this vessel. Obey me and start the warp engine. O hallowed machine spirit, in the name of the Omnissiah and the Emperor, reveal unto us your power and guard us against our doom. Okay, let's go with this. That was a non-executable request, Lord Captain, even if the voice receptor could intercept such a... Pascal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized. As he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another, the strings frantically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. I'm getting tired reading all this, I'm not gonna lie. Registering warp sextant activated, registering data stream stabilizing, registering 0 data errors found, reporting the warp engine is ready for translation. I am also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanism that toiled in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain Raver here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and have just received confirmation from the engineering hulls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation to the warp, Your Lordship. I give the order to commence translation to the warp. Waiting for you to ascend to the Captain's throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us. Oh. They better voice line this shit. It's a mouthful, so many dense words that are very uncommon in the English vocabulary.
Von Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Coronis expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Okay. Finally done with chapter 1. What a pain in the ass. Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator and Orcelio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space. In the Furibunda system, the Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Furibunda system is home to Footfall and only Imperium outposts with a functioning wharf in the Coronis expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp, and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time, which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Darkonis, Janus, and Keavagama. Master Zachary has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancia's dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, Magnus. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor task complete. Your Lordship, young Evane Winterscale, has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him from uncertain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Evane swears he will not forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection rite, This unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. I think that is the... now I have access to do the steps to unlock the secret ending, quote-unquote, that all OWL games have, so I'll try to work towards that. I'm not sure if it's viable for a Dogmatic playthrough, but we'll try, so... Unit Magnus von Valencius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator provided that he possesses the decryption key. Alright. I'm not gonna go through all of this dialogue. I'm just gonna do this. I am familiar with all these questions in the dialogue anyway. Victus begins issuing instructions. Jesus Christ. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridors to safeguard the vessel and its crew. One more thing, Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodore's demise and you inheriting the title. Liege Tokara will be informed. It is required so we can use the dock, and besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there's still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. First time I tried the incognito method. I am curious to try like a formal official thing, but would that lock anything out? I don't know. If it does, we do have a manual save or shit to go back to, but we'll do an official one. It will be done, Lord Captain. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. Okay, finally. So, this is the hidden ending thing. This is Argenta. Yeah, we'll take her anyway with me in Footfall, so... Okay. I'm just gonna do a manual save here. And now the matter of my second class. Since I'm going tank, Pyro, answer type thing, I think the best thing that would complement it is the Vanguard, honestly. You could debate that Arch Militant is a good option, but I think I'm gonna try this first. And I don't have any levels, so just get the passive. The reason why I want this is because every time I deal damage to myself and whatever, I get a stack of Unyielding Beacon, and that gives me more resolve, and there are talents where I can get temporary wounds and shit with it, so I think it's gonna complement things greatly. Before Heinrich leaves my party, I'd like to get my shit back from him and possibly steal this off his hand. And the medkits, and the bombs, and this. So, and instead we could put it on our person. Actually, my current weapon scales with my willpower. Okay, well, we'll keep it handy on our person and see if we would like to switch to it later or not. Any trinkets or doodads that we would want to do. Nothing. Yeah, okay. Let's just continue with them. Now this is the big dilemma right here. I am enjoying her as a sniper, and if I want to continue down that path, it is probably best to go bounty hunter. However, if I want to go flamer in the future, arch militant is the way. It is just a busted class altogether. But it doesn't really complement a sniper. So with that being said, I'm leaning towards a bounty hunter right now. And the issue with this is once I confirm it, I can't really respec out of it. That's the issue. So, fingers crossed, this will work out. As for Pascal, my first playthrough, I'm kind of following the same build where I'm more focused towards plasma pistols, and I went bounty hunter also, but I would like to change that. I'm thinking a grand strategist might be nice. Or just keep going with the bounty. Having 2 bounty hunters isn't so bad after all. So, might do that. What is this? I mean, the ult is also nice, but still. I'm sticking with my original build with him. Okay, as for you, you're going Grand Master Tactician. And I might do the same with Cassia. But let me check before I confirm. Is there a spell that was really good? Other than the stratagems? Not really. So, I'm gonna go with Master Tactician. Because I can further do some resolve buffs, some damage buffs. A lot of good stuff, really. So, yeah. That would be it. I'll probably need to work on Abelard a bit, since we won't have Heinrichs with us. We're not gonna fight Xenos or anything, or demons, just yet, so... Could go for this, or... +5. What did he pick for humanity's finest? Toughness. This is also nice. Okay, we'll go with this. I don't know if having 2 vanguards is kind of, like, nice. I might make him an arch militant. And then make him more of a 2-handed type deal, maybe. Yeah, I'm liking the sound of this. Basically try to make him Ulfar, but early, you know. He's a companion that I'm gonna get way later, so. Who else? That's it, I think. These are the ones that matter, so. Case, do we have a 2-hand already? Is it in the cargo? Weapons. They don't have a 2-hander. Do you remember getting rid of one? Really? could buy one, right? Gotta give him a flamer and oh, I can't shop yet. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna name this talents and belts sorted. Started Act 2. Lord Captain, I'm getting reports of several ships moving towards us, judging by the fact that they are not responding to our hails, and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries. They're not here for chinwag. They're ready to issue orders to prepare for a battle at your command. Oh shit, void combat. How bad is it unfair? I guess we'll find out. Can we evade this combat? I don't think so. Okay, well fuck it, let's go. I don't want to do any void combat stuff until I, one of the city projects that you do gives you like a ship that accompanies you. That would make life so much easier.
We shall strike down all who stand in our way.
2 ships. I know, I'm familiar. Oh shit, I didn't put anyone in their posts. I don't think we get anything anyway, this early.
Lock on and launch.
Okay.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Oh, this will be painful. Oh. Just my luck. Running away, so can I catch up to it? Apparently not. But maybe
send our enemies
torpedo?
to the void.
Jesus.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates. The higher will has guided us to triumph.
We won anyway. Alright, finally. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Altar Templum Calixis X-17 sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus privilege of invaluability, granting them the sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Okay. Whatever, their loss. Scan this planet. Nothing. And I think this is where you get your ship upgrades, right? Lord Captain, we have a flagship. Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They are requesting a direct Vox channel, patching you through. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with you because, well, with the rogue creator of House Villancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Usterius Thorfast, bearer of the Free Charter and the Merchant Fleet. How can I be of service? We develop supply routes for the Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the Merchant Fleet in this part of the Imperium territory, yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business with contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. Okay, let's take a look. Already you can grab some upgrades, which is nice. Let's start working. Oh, we don't have anything apparently. Alright, I'm grabbing these then. Not that I intend on doing any void ship combat until I get a navy with me, you know? But we can upgrade the ship at least. Right? Okay. One more. Then we save the rest for emergencies. We could also... What is this? It's basically the same thing. Okay. I already have those, so... Okay. No upgrades whatsoever at this right here. It's the same shit. Where's the targeting system then? Okay. Yep, this will do. And then it's the same. Okay. Yeah, this works. This is fine.